Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Gloria Atta. Welcome. On Wednesday, June 12, 2024, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu missed his steps while trying to climb the parade vehicle at the Eagle Square in Abuja. Like Tinubu, Biden, Hillary Clinton and many others have slipped and fallen down in the past. Tinubu fell inside the parade vehicle at the event, which was attended by top dignitaries marking Nigeria's 25th Democracy Day anniversary since 1999. However, in a swift reaction to the development, the presidency assured that there was no cause for alarm as the president stood up and continued with the program. However, the development has led to a series of reactions in the polity. As Nigerians, we at Clearview News Desk ask, what's the big deal?
President Bola Tinubu fell inside the parade vehicle at the event, which was attended by top dignitaries marking Nigeria's 25th Democracy Day anniversary since 1999. In a swift reaction to the development, the presidency assured that there was no cause for alarm as the president stood up and continued with the program. However, the incident has led to a series of reactions in the polity, and we at Clearview News Desk asked, what is the big deal? In view of the development, this report highlights other world leaders aside from Tinubu who had clumsy moments, missed their steps, and were caught on camera while boarding vehicles, disembarking official aircraft, or other public places. For instance, June 1975, the then United States President Gerald Ford slid Air Force One in 1975 while visiting Vienna in Austria for talks with Egyptian President Anwar Sadat. October 2004, Cuban leader Fidel Castro fell off the stage in Santa Clara, Cuba. Castro broke his knee and arm in the fall. The fall brought back memories of when he collapsed 2 years before the 2004 incident. In February 2015, Zimbabwe's 90-year-old president Robert Mugabe fell down a staircase as he walked off a podium after addressing supporters at Harare International Airport. He had just returned from Ethiopia, where he took over the rotating chairmanship of the African Union. Former U.S. President Barack Obama on March 2015 came close to falling down the steps of Air Force One. Obama was returning to Washington, D.C. from a golfing trip in Florida when he bounded from the door of the plane only to lose his footing. The good news was that he recovered and continued across the tarmac with the same spring in his step. And the world saw Russia's President Vladimir Putin in 2019 flood during another pursuit, playing ice hockey at Sochi's Bolshoi Ice Dome. After winning the game, Putin glides around the rink in a victory lap, clapping and waving at fans. The Russian leader then slammed into the floor before being helped up and skating off. U.S. President Joe Biden has tripped 3 times on Air Force One stairs while scaling the steps to Air Force One to Atlanta to meet with Asian American community leaders on message. There are just some of the renowned world leaders who have tripped and fallen down during public events. These are just some of them, and we therefore ask, what is the big deal in Tinubu falling down? An analyst said, the harsh economic conditions in Nigeria are enough to make some people pleased with the falling down of the man they consider as the architect of the hardship they face.
Early this morning, I had a swagger, and it's on the social media. They are confused whether I was doing Buga or doing Babarega. But it is a day to celebrate democracy while doing the ballet for the day. I'm a traditionally Yoruba boy. I did my dobale.
Now, as part of efforts to strengthen public health systems and combat disease outbreaks, such as the recent cases of heavy metal poisoning outbreaks in Niger and Nigeria, the West African Health Organization and the ECOWAS Regional Center for Surveillance and Disease Control have organized a 3-day cross-border surveillance meeting for health experts and officials from Nigeria and the Republic of Niger in Abuja, the nation's capital, to enhance collaboration, share information, and develop joint action plans to address public health emergencies in the region. Clearview News' Imefuno Okon was there and now tells us more.
For so long now, the West African region has faced various public health challenges, including infectious diseases outbreaks such as Ebola, Lassa fever, measles, and COVID-19 that transcend the national border. With the recent outbreak of an unknown disease between the Republic of Niger and Nigeria, suspected to be heavy metal poisoning, which was reported on March 20, 2024, the technical advisor for cross-border surveillance, Dr. Aishat Usman, said the 3-day cross-border surveillance meeting is organized to know the current status from both countries, as well as building a resilient and collaborative approach to address health challenges in the region.
So as part of the mandate of WAHO, today we are organizing a 3-day cross-border meeting to know about the epidemiological situation of priority diseases and the major outbreaks that has happened between the two countries, because they are like brothers and sisters. They share borders, so to know what is the situation and also to learn from each other, to share experiences, and also to identify some of the gaps that the two countries can work on by developing a joint action plan that will help in containing some of the outbreaks that we had in the last 1 year and the one that is currently ongoing on the suspected heavy metal poisoning in the two countries.
Health experts at the event say effective surveillance and timely responses are critical components of preventing and managing health threats between both countries.
This thing started in Nigeria, especially from Sokoto State, where we first reported these cases. That's about 3 months ago, precisely in March. That was when this heavy metal poisoning. Initially, it was called unknown disease, but thankfully, thanks to God that recently it has been diagnosed as multiple heavy metal poisoning. So that is exactly what we are dealing with. But we have heard that the Niger Republic have also started finding cases in their places. So for that reason, the two countries are affected. This has to do with what do you call heavy metal poisoning. So usually we have to key or look into our environment, the water we take, the soil we cultivate on, and what have you. So there are strategies that have been put in place to ensure that these things are curtailed in good time.
At the end of this 3 days activity, we should have a plan, a work plan that the two countries are both sharing in terms of sharing of information, and then using that information for action.
Quelle est l'importance de cette réunion? C'est une réunion d'échange transfrontalier en ce qui concerne la détection, la prévention et la gestion des épidémies. Quand on prend le Niger, de Difa à Dosso, le Nigeria de Bornou à Kébi, c'est notre frontière à nous deux. Donc normalement, tout problème qui concerne le Niger est un problème qui concerne le Nigeria.
He was saying that it's very important because Niger and Nigeria are people that are sharing cross-border. They are brothers for long, so the maladies or disease that Nigeria are having is the same that Niger can have. So this meeting is important to understand the disease behavior between these two countries, and he thinks that they will learn more about this poisoning intoxication that are taking place in Nigeria, so they will find a way to do what they can do in their side to help Nigerian people and get out of there.
At the end of the 3 days meeting, it is expected that a comprehensive epidemiological report is presented detailing the status of priority diseases in Niger and Nigeria from March 2023 to March 2024. Imefuno Okon reporting for Clearview News.
The Nigerian Military High Command has confirmed the raid on the camps of high-profile terrorist leaders Bello Turji and Halilu Buzu in the northwest state of Katsina and Zamfara respectively. Briefing journalists this Thursday in Abuja, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said the airstrikes resulted in the killing of scores of terrorists, their commanders as well as their structures. Let's now join Cleview's correspondent for details. For over a decade now, Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, has been grappling with a myriad of security challenges which have largely threatened its territorial integrity as well as its socio-economic development. Despite these challenges, the Nigerian government, with support from various security agencies, have remained resolute in their resolve to protect the lives and property of citizens, with the Nigerian Armed Forces leading kinetic operations on land, air and sea to bring the battle against insecurity to an end. The airstrikes component of military operations across parts of Nigeria have recorded significant achievements in destroying camps, hideouts and enclaves of terrorists, especially in the northeast and northwest areas of the country. Briefing journalists on ongoing operations across the country, the Director Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said the military recorded significant strides in the killing of top terrorist leaders and commanders in the month of June. Worthy of note is the raid on the camps of high-profile terrorist leaders Bello Turji and Halilu Buzu in the northwest states of Zamfara and Katsina.
On the 4th and on the 5th of June, the air component of Operation Hadirin Daji conducted air interdiction in Faskari and Safe local government areas of Katsina and Zamfara states, respectively. The camps of terrorist senior commanders, notably Bello Turji and Halilu, were acquired and targeted. Consequently, the targets were engaged with rockets and cannons. Now, battle damage assessment and human feedback have revealed that several terrorists were eliminated from those strikes and their structures destroyed. Similarly, on the 8th of June, the air component of Operation Hadirin Daji conducted overhead on terrorist enclave in Safana local government area of Katsina State. Following confirmatory intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, the targets were acquired and attacked with rockets and cannons.
The defense spokesman added that during the period under review, a total of 196 terrorists were neutralized, 310 arrested, and 251 hostages rescued by members of the armed forces in collaboration with other security agencies across the country.
Troops also arrested 22 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 251 kidnapped hostages during the week. In the South-South region, troops denied the oil theft of over 765 million naira worth of stolen crude oil during the week. Furthermore, troops recovered 180 assorted weapons and 5,123 assorted ammunition. For us in the military, momentum is crucial to our operations, and it is the reason that we take the fight to the enemy and allow them no respite.
The Nigerian Military High Command again called on Nigerians to work collectively in ensuring national security for a peaceful and prosperous Nigeria. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Wednesday said ex-Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, who is accused of 80.2 billion naira fraud, had ridiculed the Nigerian justice system by failing to present himself for trial in court. The EFCC Acting Zonal Director, Benin Zonal Command, Mr. Efa Okim, stated this during a familiarization visit to the Delta State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists in Asaba, Delta State capital. Recall that the anti-graft agency is having a running legal battle with Bello over alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud. Meanwhile, the EFCC had declared Bello wanted, while the Nigerian immigration also placed the governor on a watch list following a failed attempt to arrest him and his repeated absence from court for his arraignment. However, the EFCC Zonal Director, Okim, while reacting to questions on why the anti-graft agency is yet to arrest Bello weeks after he was declared wanted, said that the ex-governor was being shielded by the system, adding that the question regarding the failure of the ex-governor's arrest should be answered by the Federal Republic of Nigeria and not him alone. The creative industry has evolved from being the backbone of human expression. Today, the industry is not just a form of art, but a goldmine. With the rise of digital platforms, social media, and streaming services, the entertainment industry has transformed into a lucrative market, generating billions of dollars in revenue each year. From music and movies to video games and virtual events, the creative industry is not only a cultural powerhouse, but also a significant contributor to our global economy. Our correspondent spoke to an industry practitioner in a phone interview to tell us how one can be part of this industry that has become an income earner for all.
Breaking into the creative industry and achieving success requires dedication. It requires hard work. It requires willingness to continuously learn and adapt to it. The first one is identify your passion. When you identify your passion, know what you're good at. Now, the second one is define your niche. Focus on a specific area of expert. If you're good in filmmaking, if you're good in music, if you're good in comedy, just focus on a specific area of expert. Know your audience, understand their interest, pinpoint and what resonates with them. The fourth one is create high quality content videos. By the time you do so, invest in good writing, editing, visuals, make sure your content is engaging, make sure it's informative, make sure it's valuable to your audience. The fourth one is be consistent. Be consistent in your post. Be regular posting keeps your audience engaged and coming back for more. While a formal education can be beneficial, it is not necessarily a requirement to become a content creator. Many successful content creators today have learned through online resources, workshops, most of them have hands-on experience. Having a degree in a related field like writing, communication, or media can be is a very good advantage too. On the financial aspect, starting a content creating journey doesn't necessarily require a loan or a large amount of money. You can start with basic equipment like smartphone cameras, free editing software, can get you started. Of course, yes, online platform, utilize free or low-cost platforms like social media, blogs, and YouTube. Of course, all those things are going to help you. You don't need to be that financial buoyant to do it. Creativity and hard work. Focus on producing high quality content and engaging with your audience. However, as you grow, you may need to invest in better equipment, high quality cameras, microphones, and editing software. I remember when I started content creating. Before then, I'm an actor. I work with many producers in the Nollywood and all that. But at the point, I said to myself, no, let me just do this. Syntax, you can do this. The time you waste with people, you spend hours and you come back home with peanuts. Then one morning I said, let me just open my own page, my own YouTube channel. Since I'm good in telling stories, I'm good in writing, I'm good in editing and all that. That was how I started. Now today I have thousands of subscribers and today my page is monetized. You get, so it's not easy. There were so many ups and downs. I remember I started with phone camera and all that. I edit with free apps and all that. I do it. But today, God has been faithful. So if you are upcoming content creator or in the industry, to be a content creator is not easy. It's not easy to create content. What you have to do is be focused, know what you want, and trust me, the sky will be your limit.
The entertainment industry has undergone a significant transformation in recent years, driven by technological advancements and changing consumer habits. Streaming services have revolutionized the way we consume movies and TV shows, while music platforms have also become a major boost for the music industry. The rise of exports and visual events has also opened up new avenues for creatives and entrepreneurs to earn. In Nigeria, the industry's growth is largely driven by the emergence of skit makers, content creators, and social media influencers. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube have democratized content creation, allowing talented individuals to showcase their skills and build massive followings. The monetization of content has also become a significant driver of the industry's growth. Brands are increasingly recognizing the values of partnering with social media influencers and content creators to reach their target audiences. This has led to a surge in sponsored content, product placements, and affiliate marketing and followings, allowing them to monetize their content, all from the comforts of their own homes. Eunice Ella is reporting for Clearview News Desk.
If you are just joining us, you're watching the news on Clearview News Desk. We will be back after this break. Stay with us. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more. The embassy of the Russian Federation in Nigeria has debunked reports of forced enrollment of Nigerian students in Russia into the Russian military before their visas are renewed. The Russian embassy had on Wednesday issued a statement in response to a report alleging that Russia is sending thousands of migrants and foreign students, including Nigerians, to fight alongside its troops in the war against Ukraine in exchange for visa renewal. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government has debunked the report in a statement by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, saying it is in touch with the student body in Russia.